Hi everyone. Today we are discussing about convolution. Convolution. Okay, next topic is DC convolution. Sorry, DT convolution. DT means discrete time. DT means discrete time. Okay, in DT convolution, the convolution of sequences H and H, X and H denotes X into H is defined as the sequence of X into H of n equal to summation of k equal to minus infinity to infinity X of k into H of n minus k. Here it is the expression of dt convolution, discrete time convolution. Discrete time convolution. The convolution x into h evaluated. The convolution x into h evaluated at the point n is simply a weighted sum of elements of x, where the weighting is given by h time reversed and shifted by n. Reversed and shifted by n. Herein the asterisk symbol star is always used to denote the convolution, not multiplication. So sometimes we are considered star is nothing but multiplication, but in this particular topic, star is a convolution, not a multiplication. Star is a convolution. Why we are using convolutions? Convolutions are used for different techniques, signal conversion methods, data transmission techniques, data dividing sections, data execution sections, whatever it may be. In any communication device or any communication channel, it will must and should be use dt convolution. As well shall she, convolution is used extremely extensively in the theory of dt systems. In particularly, convolution has a special significance in the context of dt LTI system, linear time invariant system. Linear time invariant system. Now entering to the next topic. Next topic is practical convolution computation. Practical convolution computation. The computation compute the convolution x into h of n is equal to summation of k equal to minus infinity to infinity x of k h of n minus k. X of k h of n minus k. We proceed as follows. Plot x of k and h of n minus k as a function of k. Initially, second point, initially consider an arbitrarily large negative value for n. This will result in h of n minus k being shifted very far to the left on the time axis. Write the mathematical expression for h into h of n. So at that time we are using h of x into h of n equal to a summation of minus infinity to infinity x of k h of n minus k. And coming to the convolution properties. convolution properties. Okay, today we are discussing about properties of convolutions. Properties of convolutions. Okay, the convolution operation is commutative, that is for any two sequences h and x and h. Commutative means it will share the information between two devices. It will share the information between two devices, and it will be commutative means it will replace the equation x into h or h into x into h or h into x. The convolution operation is associative. The convolution operation is associative, that is for any sequences x, h1 and h2 or represents h of h1, x into h1 into h2 is also right as x into h1 into h2. That means when we are interchanging the mutually equation from commutative or associative or distributive. Here distributive is also we are observing x into h1 plus h2 and x into h1 plus x into h2. That means when we are using properties of convolutions, we can easily change the equation as we convenient. Why? Because it is more convenient to rotate or shift the data. It is more convenient to rotate or shift the data from x into h1 into h2 or x into h1 plus h1 into h2. So that means when we are changing the data values, mutually as we are required. Now we are entering to the next topic. These three are the three properties of convolutions: commutative, associative, distributed. Commutative, associative and distributed. And coming to the next one, representation of sequences using impulses. Representation of sequences using impulses. For any sequence x, x of n equal to summation of k equal to minus infinity to infinity x of k delta of n minus k is equal to x into delta of n, Thus any sequence x can be written in terms an expression involving delta. Moreover, delta is convolution identity. Here delta is convolution identity, that is for any sequences of x. That's why x into delta of x is denotes x. Next one is circular convolution. The convolution of two periodic sequences is usually not well defined. The convolution of periodic sequences is usually not well defined. This motivates an alternative notion of convolution for periodic sequences, known as circular convolution. So convolution main object is motivates an alternative notion of convolution. Motivates an alternative notion of convolution for periodic sequences is known as convolution, circular convolution. And the circular convolution is also known as DT periodic convolution. The circular convolution is also known as DT periodic convolution. DT periodic convolution of the T periodic sequences X and H. X and H. And it is denoted X star into H is defined as X into XR into H of N. XR into H of N is equal to summation of N equal to N. X of K, H of N minus K is equal to summation of K equal to 0, N minus 1, X of K, H of mod N minus K, N, where small a and small b is remainder after division when A is divided by B. When A is divided B. Okay, these are the some equations of circular convolutions. And now we are entering to the next topic. Convolution and LTI systems. Convolution and LTI systems. Okay, in convolution and LTI systems is defined. First one is impulse response. First one is impulse response. The response H of a system capital H to the input delta is called impulse response of the system. That means H equal to capital H into delta is known as impulse response of the system. Capital H is known as impulse response of the system. For any LTI system with X input and Y output, the impulse response H, the relationship between impulse response X and Y inputs is like Y equal to X into H. Y equal to X into H. So this is the equation this is the relationship between input, output and impulse response. Input, output and impulse response. And in other words, a LTI system simply computes a convolution. In other words, a LTI system simply computes a convolution. Furthermore, a LTI system is completely characterized by its impulse response. A LTI system is completely characterized by its impulse response. That is, if the impulse response of a LTI system is known, we can determine the response of the system to any input. We can determine the response of the system to any input. Next one is step response. Step response means S equal to capital H into U. Capital H into U is known as step response. The response S of a system H to the input U is called the step response of the system. The impulse response H and step response small s of a system are related as H of n equal to S of n minus S of n minus 1. Therefore, the impulse response of system can be defined from its step response by first order differentiation. Differentiating. Next one is block diagram of LTI system. In previous classes also we are explaining so many times. We are discussing so many times. LTI system means linear time invariant system. When we are applying inputs, input side x of n, and output side we are getting y of n. Input side we are using x of n, and output side we are getting y of n. Okay, x of n is the input, y of n is the output. X of n is the input and y of n is the output, and h of n is the LTI system function. LTI system function. It is convenient to represent a DT LTI system in block diagram form. In block diagram form. Next one is already we are discussing previous classes, series and parallel LTI system connections. Series and parallel LTI system connections. In series and parallel LTI system connections, the function of LTI system H is connected sometimes series and sometimes parallel. Why? Because the depending upon the circuit arrangements, and the function h of x is or h of n is connected sometimes serial and sometimes parallel. So the arrangements represents the or the connection is represents the circuit arrangement of either sequence or parallel. Already we are observing h1 h2. h1 h2 is equal to h1 into h2 of n. h1 h2 equal to h1 of n h1 of n, h2 of n, h1 of n. That means when we are interchanging the input and output values, at the same time we are observing parallel LTI system, h equal to h1 plus h2. X of n is in applied input side and output side we are applying y of n. At the same time we are using adder. That's why h equal to h1 plus h2. That's why h equal to h1 plus h2. h1 plus h2. Here we are using adder. That's why we are adding two individual functions of LTI system, L1 and H1 and H2. H1 and H2. By using adder we can easily adding H1 and H2 functions. Next one is properties of LTI systems. Properties of LTI systems. A LTI system, first one is memory. A LTI system with impulse response H is memoryless if and only if. If and only if means h of n equal to 0 for all conditions n equal not equal to 0. That means the LTI systems are like a data transmission device, but it is not used but it is not arranging or it is not used memory device. Why? Because it is a instant data transmission devices. That's why it is only propagates data information from input side to output side. and there is no memory element or memory devices. That's why there is no way to store or save the information to the particular registers. So that is not possible. Why? Because in this diagram it is not used, or in this property or in this method the memory devices are not used. So that's why there is no way to share the store the information in long times. So that means the present outputs are depends on present inputs. Present outputs are depends on present inputs. At the same time, it is not used. It is not used for memory communication devices. Why? Because they are not used memory devices. Just it is used for data communication transmission purposes. That's why h of n equal to 0, h of n equal to k into delta of n, h y equal to x into k of delta equal to x kx. For LTI system, the memoryless constraint is extremely restrictive, as every memoryless LTI system is an ideal amplifier. As every memoryless LTI system is an ideal amplifier. Ideal amplifier means there is no memory devices are internally connected. That's why these are called ideal amplifiers. Next one is causality. A LTI system impulse response H is causal if and only if. That means h of n equal to 0 for all n less than or equal to 0, and it is due to the above relationship that we have call a sequence x satisfying x of n equal to 0 for all n less than or equal to 0, for all less than or equal to 0. Next one is invertibility. Already we are discussing before classes also. HIV HINV is represents invertibility in INV win. So the function of HINV is represents invertibility of the system. Invertibility of the system. So that's why it is represents as the inverse LTI system. Such a system exists in LTI system. Let H and H inverse denotes the impulse response of LTI system and its LTI system inverse respectively. Then H into H inverse is equal to delta. Consequently, a LTI system with impulse response H is invertible if and only if the expression can the exists a sequence in H in such that a H into H in delta equal to delta. Except in these simple cases, we have to know about condition is often quite difficult to test. Next one is Bibo stability. Already it is also discussing previous classes. Bibo means bit in, bit out. Bibo means bit in, bit out. A LTI system with impulse response H is Bibo stable if and only if summation of n equal to infinity minus infinity to infinity mod h of n equal to less than infinity. Hence, absolutely summable. H is a absolutely summable. So it is a equation of stability. The next one is eigen sequence of statements. An input X to a system H is said to be eigensequence of system H with the eigenvalue H if the corresponding output is Y is of the form Y equal to lambda H, Y equal to lambda X. Lambda is a complex constant. In other words, the system H acts as an ideal amplifier for each of its eigensequences X, where the amplifier gain is given by the corresponding eigenvalue lambda. Different systems have different eigensequences. And last point, a particular interest are the eigensequence of DT LTI systems. So LTI systems is mainly depends on eigensequence of the systems. So this is the various topics of signals and systems, and then after we are discussing more topics. Thank you.